In 2011, Houston's apartment market turned in its best performance since 2005. Strong job growth is feeding big demand for apartments, but even with far more demand than supply, occupancy rates remain very weak. Welcome to Apartment Market Dynamics from MPF Research. I'm Jay Parsons with your Houston update. The big story in Houston is the economy. No major market in the country is in better shape when it comes to the employment base. Houston added 88,000 jobs in the year ending 2011. That is growth of 3.4%, tops in the nation. And take a look at this chart here. It's showing you net employment change since Q1 2008. This basically shows what markets have not only recovered the jobs lost during the downturn, but have added since then as well. And Houston is right there at the top. Plus 67,300 jobs since Q1 08. No other market is up even 40,000, and only 3 markets are up even 15,000, those being DC, Pittsburgh, and Boston. So it should come in as no surprise that strong job growth is fueling strong demand for apartments. Houston absorbed 15,590 units in 2011, roughly the same as Dallas-Fort Worth. And you can see that we now have far more demand than supply for the first time since 2005, when hurricane evacuees propped up apartment fundamentals in the Houston area. Only 2,736 units completed in 2011, and that is Houston's lowest calendar year total since 1992. Far more demand than supply is triggering strong occupancy growth. Occupancy jumped 2.5 points in 2011, and that is the biggest jump nationally among large markets. And yet, occupancy rates in Houston remain some of the worst in the country, just 91.5% on average. And this takes us to a story we've been talking about a lot for the Houston apartment market, and that is the performance gap between upper tier and bottom tier apartments. Take a look at this chart here showing you occupancy rates by age, and you can see that we're right above 94% in properties from the 2000s and 1990s, but we're at 88 to 89% in properties from the 80s and the 70s. And let's take a look at recent pricing patterns. Strong occupancy growth led to solid rent hikes in 2011. Same-store rates were up 0.9% in Q4 and up 4% year over year. Not bad, but that was the lowest annual rent growth rate among all the Texas markets. And part of that is because, again, 70s and 80s product, we're seeing lesser rent growth in those categories. And a quick submarket highlight to wrap things up for you, one of the best, the West Inner Loop. Occupancy there is at 94.9%, up 2.3 points annually, and year-over-year rent growth of 5.6%. And the forecast for 2012 calls for more of the same in the Houston apartment market. The economy is humming along, and that should trigger another year of strong occupancy growth and at least solid rent hikes, especially in those upper tier properties. And that wraps us up for Houston. So until next time, for Apartment Market Dynamics and MPF Research, I'm Jay Parsons. Thank you for watching.
Want more? Go deeper with MPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, MPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.